Did someone say a tailgate party? How's it going, guys? Let's talk about that new truck that we saw yesterday, the Bronco. Alright, so this is gonna be quick, dirty video, just a rundown of some specs, and yes, I got my cliff notes. I took time to make cliff notes, guys. So we saw this new Bronco yesterday, and I think people are excited. I mean, I'm excited. I've never owned a Ford, never thought about buying a Ford, but it really caught my attention, and I'll tell you why. This thing comes with two engine options, both turbocharged. You know me, I like my turbos. See right here, that's a turbo. So as far as powertrains, we got a 2.3 liter inline 4. It produces 270 horsepower, 310 foot-pounds of torque. And you also have a 2.7 liter turbo producing 310 horsepower, 410 pound-feet of torque. That's going to be a V6. So this closest competitor would be Jeep Wrangler, and that has at least 3, possibly 4 engine options. You've got the well-known ubiquitous 3.6 liter Pentastar, 285 horsepower, 260 torque. You got a 2 liter turbo producing 270 horsepower, 295 foot-pounds of torque, or pound-feet of torque, I should say. And you got a 3 liter diesel, turbo diesel, with unlimited amounts of torque. Well, not unlimited, but you get the idea. 442 pound-feet. And just recently they announced a 6.4 liter V8, 400 plus horsepower, give or take. That sounds great. Let's move on to available transmissions. Now, both trucks are available with a manual trans. I believe the Jeep is available in the base model with the 3.6 liter engine with a 6-speed, and the Bronco is available with a 7-speed in this, also in this base model, with the smaller engine, the inline turbocharged 4. Now both trucks do have available automatic transmissions, with the Bronco having a 10-speed and Jeep Wrangler having an available 8-speed automatic. I don't know about you guys, but for off-roading, camping, and overlanding and stuff, I'd rather have an automatic. I mean, that's just my thoughts. You can tell me what you guys think down below. Now let's quickly go over how the power gets to the ground from those engines. So let's talk about the Bronco. We got Dana axles front and rear, and that's actually the same for the Jeep. And they both have locking differentials front and rear available on certain trims, not on every trim. Final drive ratios is 4 of them for the Bronco, and that starts at 4.46 to 1 to up to 4.7 to 1 for the manuals, and 3.73 to 1 to 4.27 to 1 for the automatics. The Jeeps have a bit more options as far as final drive ratios. There's a 3.45 to 1, a 4.10 to 1 for the Rubicon, and
watch out for the alligator!
And 3.73 to 1 for the diesel. They both have, well, only the Jeep has an LSD option. The Bronco at this time does not. Broncos have 2 transfer cases available. You know, it's going to be an electrical mechanical transfer case, and with an optional crawler gear, ratio of 3.06 to 1, and that's compared to the Rubicon's 4.0 to 1 crawl ratio. Whew, man, it's too hot out here to be doing this. The Bronco does have an available 94.8 to 1 crawl ratio. That's pretty damn good for a stock truck without having to re-gear. You guys know what re-gearing takes it, you know how it goes. That's freaking amazing, man. So both trucks, Bronco and the Wranglers, they are outfitted with live rear axles. The Bronco unfortunately does not have a solid front axle. It is equipped with independent front suspension with unequal length front control arms. Not a deal breaker, but I mean, it is what it is. The Rubicons, the Wranglers, whatever, the Jeep guys, they're solid axles front and rear. As far as suspension, you're gonna have coilovers with the Broncos, and it's a different setup for the Jeeps. They actually have a coil spring and a damper setup, so the coil spring is separate from the shock, if you guys can picture that. They both have front sway bar disconnects, with the Jeep having a hydraulic disconnect and the Bronco having an electromechanical disconnect. Correct me if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. Alright, I got some more numbers for you guys. Let's talk about the approach angles. On the base model for the Bronco, we got an approach angle of 35.5 degrees, and that's compared to the Wrangler's base model approach angle of 41.4. The Wrangler wins. Sasquatch is one of the trims for the Bronco, and that approach angle is 43.2. The Rubicon, which that would be comparable to, has an approach angle of 44 degrees. Again, the Wrangler wins. Departure angles are quite similar, but the Wrangler wins there also. As far as clearance, for the base model of the Bronco, you got 8.4 inches of clearance, and that is bested by the Wrangler's base model of 9.7. So you hear me say Sasquatch quite a bit. That is the most likely trim level that us overlanding guys are gonna go for. That has a clearance of 11.6 inches, and that beats the Rubicon's 10.8. Both trucks tow right around 3,500 pounds, and pricing is actually not that far off. So pricing for these trucks is not that different. You got the two-door model of the Bronco coming in at $29,995. That's a few $100s more than the Wrangler Sport, which is a direct competitor. Then you got the four-door Bronco, which I didn't talk much about, but it's still a Bronco. That comes in at $34,695, and that is $1,400 more than the unlimited Wrangler. So here's what stands out for me between these two trucks, I should say. I just like the available options for the Bronco. It's almost like they thought of everything that we would want for a trail rig. I mean, look at the hood. It has the built-in slots, you know, so you could run your limb risers. I love the fact that they thought about putting grab handles on the dash. They thought about everything. They really nailed it. There's beadlock ready wheels, standard, so we don't gotta go buy aftermarket wheels. I know that can be really expensive, and it comes with 35s. You can get a trim level with 35s. I want 35s on my truck. Ford thought about other things too. Removable doors, removable roof, transparent doors. They got it. There's definitely going to be good options available for these new trucks. And so I know us guys, we like to have options. We like options for my truck. Ford also had the great idea to pretty much make this truck waterproof, so you can hose it down. The electronics and the buttons and knobs are all sealed by silicone, so you don't got to worry about getting stuff wet. You just go ahead after a long trail run, hit it with the pressure washer or the hose, you'll be straight. Taking notes from pickup trucks as of late, Ford also decided to have a slide out tailgate. You can have a trailgate party with a Bronco. So here's what I like so far. Price seems good, options are great, and I believe competition is good for the consumer because it's gonna make other companies get their shit together. I'm talking to you, Toyota. I'm talking to you. Hopefully gone are the days where Toyota thinks that slapping in a new color on a truck and, I don't know, putting some new wheels on it is gonna be sufficient. So if I missed anything, let me know down in the comments. I just figured I'd do this video really quick. I'm hoping one day, sometime next year, maybe have one of these trucks to review. I may not buy one, but if you're gonna get one, let me know. As always, like and subscribe. It helps, you know, YouTube algorithms, it helps. Thanks.